Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you the final checkout video and repair of a Kermit the Frog telephone. And this is Chris's telephone from California. And basically he sent in another telephone with this one, and it is a Mickey Mouse telephone. And so this telephone here, we did an initial checkout of Kermit the Frog, and we showed that on the handset cord, the modular plug was broke. And basically we have that right here, and it's been removed. And now we have a new modular plug installed. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the crimper, and I'm going to go ahead and crimp this telephone or this plug on a few more times. I like to make sure that when you crimp these that they're going to stay crimped. And so we'll remove this now. And so now we have a new plug on here. And the other problem that we found was in the initial checkout, I said I would have to troubleshoot this main PC board. This is a later model Kermit the Frog, but yet it's an original model. And so this one has the PC board. And I kind of want to give you a look at the inside of this telephone here on the board, and kind of give you a view here of what's going on. Now, they actually have the older style crystal, and that's to clock the IC chip here. But they also, one of the transistors, an old metal can transistor, and they don't use them anymore really. And but there's still a lot of call for them, because when you're repairing telephones or any kind of electronics, a lot of times you'll see these old metal canned transistors. But basically this gives you a look at the PC board and what's going on with it. And in the initial video I showed that I wanted to troubleshoot this telephone, and basically that's what we're in the middle of doing. And I've come up with this telephone basically has some bad connections on it, and they're not just right in the modular port area, but yet I want to touch them up. So what I want to do here real quick is I want to clean my soldering gun. I want to get that cleaned up, and I want to go ahead and start resoldering a bunch of points that that I don't like, that I've checked out. And it's not uncommon that I'll go through and resolder most of these PC boards. That's not what's always wrong with them, but a lot of times you will find bad solder. And even though sometimes it'll look good, it can be cold solder joints. So you just kind of have to know what you're looking for. And I want to touch up a lot of the side of this board here. And get these points touched up. Because in the initial checkout we showed that this telephone didn't have any transmit. And so it had everything else. You could ring the telephone, and you could dial out with the telephone, and you could have receive with the telephone, but it did not have any transmit. So now that we've went through the board here and we've done some resoldering, I want to take a look at some of this. Just want to make sure what we've done here, that we caught everything that I was looking at in the troubleshooting process. So now what we want to do is I can remove this. This is the old plug for the handset. Now I can start checking the telephone. And so what I want to do is I want to plug the handset cord in. And I also want to plug the line cord in. And we can stabilize everything after we do our checkouts. Now, as you can see up here, it's seizing the line, and it was doing that before. We have dial tone. But now what I want to do is I want to hang the telephone up and I want to ring it. And give you some dial tone. Now I want to go through the numbers. Although they weren't the problem, I'm going to end in a 2. I want to make sure everything's good. And now I want to talk into the handset. And you'll notice here that you see a red light on the analyzer. That's an indication of 100% on transmit. So we know that the telephone has transmit now, and the problem has been repaired. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello, hello. Okay, so basically the telephone has been repaired, but I want to do another check on it. I want to plug this telephone into a regular telephone line. So I'm going to move it over. I'm going to give you some dial tone. And I'm going to dial, say, a time and temp number.
Good afternoon. Shop our entire location online anytime at Offenburg.com. Today is Saturday, October 15th. The time is 3:09. Current temperature 78 degrees. Now the weather forecast for the Belleville area. Mostly clear tonight and warmer, a low in the low 50s. Partly cloudy and warmer on Sunday, a high around 80.
Okay, and I want to dial another number here. Let's see if we can't find. Let's do this. Let's try to call a Radio Shack. Give you some dial tone. Now let's see if we can get a hold of Radio Shack.
Thanks for calling Radio Shack. Carolyn, how can I help you?
How you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, you can hear me okay, can't you?
Yes, I can.
Hey, do you guys have any receiver handsets for an old Kermit the Frog telephone?
No, I do not.
You don't think you'd have anything like that? Okay, well, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Well, she doesn't carry any handsets for old Kermit the Frog telephones, and I thought Radio Shack had everything. I had a question, and she didn't have an answer. So, well, she did, but it's not going to help us any. But that wasn't the problem anyway. It wasn't the handset. It was a lot of poor solder on the main PC board. So now that we're taken care of, and we have our modular handset plug reinstalled, and we have a new one on here, and we have our board repaired, we're all set to put the telephone back together again. And Chris is going to be pretty happy to get this telephone back because he's got kids, and I think they enjoy these telephones a lot, and I think everybody would. I'd like to be able to show you the body, but it's just much safer to send these telephones in without the body, and there's a whole lot less shipping room that you have to use up when you're just sending the base of these telephones. And so now Kermit the Frog is a working frog again, and I want to show you the back of this telephone here real quick. It's a Kermit the Frog phone. And basically what we'll do is we'll get all this put back together again for Chris, and he's all set to go. This is a Kermit the Telephone Frog. It's an original. But it's a later model, and it has the PC board in it instead of the older style hardwired network. So, and this one had a transmit problem, but we've got that taken care of now, and everything should be fine. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. This is Chris's telephone from California, Kermit the Frog. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.